Wind is something that we have used for centuries, whether it was soaring with the birds or catching it in our sails to take us farther than we had gone before. We've always found a way to use the wind to help make our lives easier. And now, thanks to modern technology, we have found a way to make life easier for a lot of people around the world. Wind energy is the next step that we need to take to make this goal happen. Wind energy is the system that will power the world into a brighter tomorrow. Now, when it comes to wind energy itself, I've had the ability to go and see how they put wind turbines together in person, and it was this experience that led me to start doing my own research and what made me, so I can form my own opinion about it. So, today, I would like to talk to you about how using more wind energy would help decrease our carbon footprint on the Earth, would help lessen the land destroyed by power plants, and would help get power to places where people need it the most. Now, using wind energy comes at the high cost of decreasing our carbon footprint on the Earth. Switching over and using more wind energy itself would lessen the fuels that we use now to power our systems to provide power to all the cities around the world. This decrease would also decrease the amount of power plants that we have active that use those as their fuel sources, which would decrease their emissions that they put off into the Earth, whether it's through the air or through the ground. And this is just one of the many things that would help decrease the ever-changing global climate that we have nowadays. Making this change to wind energy, though, has more than just one advantage. Switching to wind energy would decrease the land that we use for our power sources now. Wind turbines themselves only have small amounts of land that they use. Their bases are square shape and only take about 15 feet all the way around. And this means that you can place more in the same amount of land and take up less space because of how they are placed evenly and throughout the fields and in a straight line, like how crops would be. This is a drastic decrease to what older traditional power sources are, like coal mines, which destroy entire landscapes instead of working with them to make just one mine. This would also mean that the local environment would stay relatively unchanged. Local wildlife could continue moving throughout their habitats normally with very little differentiation between what they normally do, as comparable to before, when entire ecosystems would be devastated or destroyed completely. And even with these pluses, wind energy still has something more that it can give. Wind turbines especially, have the ability to be placed in many different places to provide power to places that didn't have it before, because of how versatile that they are and just how easy they are to set up in places. Countries that have areas that have to have water hand-strewn in hundreds or miles just to get to town now can be retrofitted just to have water pumped straight into their homes, or even just brought into new fields for irrigation purposes. Smaller towns that were once in unreachable areas now have the ability to have power indirectly into their homes because of wind energy. And it's the crazy thing is about all of this is just that these small few steps that we need to take can help bring basic amenities that we take for granted in everyday life to people that have never had these before, and help them prosper and give them more opportunities to succeed. Wind energy is helping make life easier for everyone, everywhere. So, today I've talked to you about how wind energy can decrease our carbon footprint, how wind energy can lessen the land devastated by other power sources, and how wind energy can bring power to places where it's needed the most. Wind energy is what will power the world into a brighter future tomorrow. And when you think about all the things that we've used the wind for through all the centuries and how easy it's made everything for us, it seems pretty redundant to not go ahead and continue to use what we already have.